Walk is directed by Francis Lawrence, who brought us films like the Hunger Games film series, especially the best one, Catching Fire, which is the best one of them all. And it's based on a book by Stephen King of the same name, and also Stephen King is also executive producer of this film. The film follows a group of teens participated in the greatest contest that had to do constantly walk all the way through America or being shot by their military escort. So this film, I remember seeing the trailers for it. It didn't give me that dark, disturbing imagery. I knew there was going to be little boys going to get shot in the film. But however, after seeing this film last night, I was blown away. My jaw dropped. I'm going to say right now, this film is very disturbing, very shocking. Left your jaw dropped throughout a little time. And also there's a couple of times I was kind of looking away. There's so much emotion I was feeling towards this movie, but I will say this as a little nitpick. It does take me a wee while to get into the characters, but when we get to the second half of it, I start to feel the emotions. I start to feel there's a bit of urgency, and also you do get some tense moments and some kind of attention to the first half of it because you knew there's something's going to happen. Does give me a little bit of that nerves, anxiety going on, which I'm not going to say that was going to be that fear. Because if you're in that contest, you will be getting that anxiety in you if you constantly walk until one person left standing. I've got to say this, Francis Lawrence, I don't know how you did this, but this is one of your best work I've seen so far from your filmography. So this is one of your better work after what you did with certain movies you did after, well, Catching Fire and all that stuff. But let's just say that out of the way. The directing here is brilliant. It is well directed, and the cinematography wise looks beautiful. Certain shots, certain imagery, it looks amazing. Wherever you do get that sense of awe to it, which I quite liked, and I do appreciate that. The acting performances from all around the cast, especially the young lads, especially Cooper Hoffman, who's actually the biological son to the late great actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, which quite surprised when I looked it up. I remember going, Hoffman, that sounds like a funny weird name, but I looked up, he's the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. I remember going, oh, I never knew that. That took me away. I never knew this actor till I looked it up. I went, oh, he was really good. I will say this, Cooper Hoffman, just amazing job. He is terrific. He is such a great actor. He definitely gave fantastic performances. And of course, you do have other actors. You do have like David Jonsson as Peter. He was really good. And you got all these great young actors. Ben Wang, I think that's his name, who plays Hank. He was really good. You know, all the boys have their moments to shine. You give them all, you get some sort of dialogues and certain talks. Certain banter they have now and again, but they do have their arguments. But then you see some tensions. You start to feel like they're going to lose one of their pals. You try to say, no, focus on us. You know, you can do this. You can do this. Don't stop. Just keep walking. Which it does something really unique. I quite liked. But my God, it was amazing how that builds up. And I got to say this, I will really like Copper's character arc, where he basically, as his father, who's a hero to him, basically got shot by the Major, who is basically played by Mark Hamill, who is in the film, which Mark Hamill does a great performance in that movie. He basically like the Joker of his character of the Sergeant, who's just amazing. It's basically the way he talks. Imagine you could hear his Joker voice in the Batman movies or in the Batman cartoons or video games or whatever, with the whole voice going, I salute you, Batsy. Sorry, that's a terrible Joker impersonation there. But I'm going to say this, but I'll get to Mark Hamill in a moment. But you do see the flashback of Copper and his father, and of course his mother, played by Judy Greer. She's also done a good job. You don't see her as much, but you do see her. She does a good performance. She was there for the majority of the film. And of course, you do get a certain sort of what happens to his father, how he faces the emotions, how he wants to take on, if he wins, he wants to assassinate the Major, which I won't give away the spoilers just in case you want to see it for yourself, but holy crap, a wee little thing that takes me by surprise. Because I thought it would be going a certain way, but the way they did it, I thought, no, they're going to go that direction. I think they're going to do something differently. Certain stuff kind of happened, but it didn't go the way I thought it would. But that's a whole other thing. But I got to give Cooper Hoffman some appreciation or some applaud, which I will give him that. His performance, we face some emotions or certain aspects, which I quite liked. And it definitely captured the heart and soul, especially towards his mother, played by Judy Greer. When the moment that he saw her during his walk, he runs towards her and it does convey some emotions. And I actually felt it. I actually felt something. I was nearly tearing up. I nearly felt something. And in terms of the pacing, I would say the pacing is really good because you do get some tensions behind it, which it does pick up really good pace. But I will admit, there are a couple times it did kind of felt slow. It did felt like it does kind of feel like it dragged on a little bit. I was kind of engaged with the story, which I did kind of feel invested during that half of the film. I got invested. It does kind of slow down a little bit, but when it does pick up, it does pick up. And of course, we do get some changes to the book, which is based on Stephen King's book, because there's going to be certain changes they're going to make, and they're going to change a few things that's not going to be pleased from anyone who read the books, which I never read the books, but I've heard there's going to be some differences. What I heard from other people, there are some differences. I was impressed by what I've seen, what I heard, but I was kind of like, oh, okay. Some changes they're going to make that are going to either make or break people. Again, that's a entirely subjective thing. I've got to mention the other parts. There are a couple of disturbing moments that did make me turn away, which I will say this, when some kids get shot, some of the boys take a shit, which basically enough, they do take a shit in the film, where they have to take their pants down and stop and take a shit because they're, because of bowel movements. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting, but at the same time, it's kind of, oh God, dude. And of course, the brutality and certain bloody moments and certain scenes with the boys are in pain. You do felt that pain going to me. Kind of, oh God, no. I can't think of anything else to say about The Long Walk. I think it's overall a near close to masterpiece, but I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. But as a Stephen King, movie adaptation, this is one of the best ones since It. I will say that it's one of the best ones. It's well directed, it's well acted, it has so many emotions, you feel everything. This movie can just moves you. It also, the heart and soul of it makes it worthwhile. I'm going to give The Long Walk an A-. Guys, comment down below and tell me what you think of The Long Walk. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on it, or have you read the book of the film, or have you heard about it, or if you're interested in watching it. Comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, see ya.